What if I told you that your entire financial future is ruled by one number? This number will dictate your loan approvals for things like a car or a house. It'll dictate your credit limit. And for some, it'll dictate how much plastic surgery you can afford for your trophy wives. Yup, that's right. I'm talking about the almighty credit score. Today, I'm going to be breaking down 3 major tips to help build and maintain great credit scores, even if you're drowning in debt like I once was. I'll go from the least important to the absolute most important. No fluff. And all of this just actually works. Now, before we dive into the good stuff, let me just say, even when I was $100,000 in debt, I still had a credit score of around 750. I was still getting offered more loans, more credit. Now I sit comfy at around 850. Instant approvals, bigger credit limits, lower interest rates. And I didn't achieve this because I'm a genius, but because I figured out how this weird little system works. And I'm going to teach you how to game it too. Legally. Chill. Okay, coming in at number 3, applying for new credit. Here's what you need to know. Every time you apply for a new credit card loan, it does 2 things. It creates a hard inquiry on your credit and it lowers your average credit age. Now, let's say you've had one credit card for 10 years. Then you open up a new card today. Congrats, your average credit age is now 5 years. And in the eyes of lenders, you look like a teenager who just found out what APR means. Sometimes I forget what APR means, no shame. So if you're planning to apply for new credit, spread it out. Be strategic, not impulsive. Back when I was in deep debt, I had exactly 1 credit card and 1 line of credit. That's it. I kept it that way for years. I kept my profile simple and strong. All right, number 2, and this one is a biggie, credit utilization. Basically, how much of your credit are you actually using? So let's say you've got a $1,000 credit card and you're carrying a $100 balance. That's 10% utilization. Now, a lot of the advice you'll hear online is
keep it below 30%.
But I think this is like ridiculous advice, to be honest. 30%? That's like saying, hey, if you're carrying $30,000 of debt on your $100,000 credit limit, totally fine. You're fine. Like, no, what are you talking about? That's $30,000 you're paying interest on. That's literally money you're lighting on fire. It makes no sense. My advice, aim for 0. Yes, 0. And yeah, I get it. You need to be a little bit financially savvy to get there. You'll need to eliminate consumer debt, budget like a grown-up, and stop swiping that card like it's all fake Monopoly money. Once I got to 0% utilization, boom. My score jumped from 750 to 830 in less than a year. I saw the change happen in real time because I'm going to be honest, I was kind of obsessed with the credit score number. I was like, what can I do? Make it better, make it better. So I was obsessing. But that one day when I woke up and I got that email from Borrowell saying, your credit increased, I opened it up and I saw that jump. I was like, holy crap. So yes, I'm a little obsessed with 0%. It's free peace of mind. Okay, really quick, before we get to the number 1 tip, let's breeze through the other things that also impact your credit score. These ones matter, but not as much as the top 3. So one of them is hard inquiries. These are those checks when you apply for new credit. A few, no problem. A bunch in a short time, that's a red flag. These usually disappear within a year, so you can chill on those. Credit mix. Lenders like to see that you can handle different types of credit. Credit cards, auto loans, lines of credit. But honestly, this one's more like a bonus. It's not a requirement. If you've only got 1 credit card and nothing else, don't worry about it. Length of credit history. This one's all about time. Longer history equals a better score. That's why you shouldn't close your oldest credit cards unless like you absolutely have to. I made this mistake years ago because I didn't know about credit age. I had a credit card for like 13 years, called him up and said, hey, I want to cancel this credit card. And the guy gave me no advice and said, yeah, go for it. So yeah, my credit age dropped drastically because of that, but recovering still, don't worry. But yeah, don't get rid of your cards. If you have one, Keep it in your drawer, let it collect dust. Don't worry about it, just don't spend on it. Okay, now let's get to the king of credit factors. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this: pay your bills on time. That's it. This alone makes up 35% of your credit score. It's the biggest factor and the most obvious. Even when I was buried in $100,000 of debt, I still paid every bill on time and in full, even if it was the minimum payment to my credit cards or my line of credit. Why? Because I knew it would protect me when I needed it most. Okay, I'm lying. I didn't know that. I just paid it because I'm like, it's a bill. I have to pay it or I'm going to get in trouble. So I just paid it. Listen, I may be stupid because I got into debt, but I'm not dumb. I treated those bills like life or death situations because missing one bill, that stuff stays on your credit report for 6 years. Not to mention, it can screw you out of the best interest rates, rental applications, or even job offers. Yeah, some employers actually check your credit score. It's like wild. So, how do you stay consistent with paying your bills? Simple answer: automate it. Set up auto pay for your credit cards, your phone bills, your car payments, anything that is tied to your name. One missed payment could screw you over for years. So let the robots handle it. So how did I go from broke and in debt to a perfect 850 credit score? I paid my bills on time. Priority number one. I kept my utilization at 0. I didn't open up any unnecessary accounts. I never closed old cards anymore. And I automated everything. That's it. No magic trick, no secret handshake, just consistency. And by the way, this is not just like about bragging rights. This is about access. Having a good credit score means lower interest rate on big loans. That means a house or a car. Better rewards on cards, faster approvals so you're not waiting forever. And there's just overall less stress when you need to borrow, which most of us civilians have to do. It's one of the few financial tools where playing by the rules actually benefits you. I don't like that our lives are ruled by a single number either, but again, I always think of it like a video game. The only way you can win is to play the game, so might as well play it. So if your credit score feels like a mystery or something you've been avoiding, don't. Take control of it. It's a small step. It really is. Trust me, even baby steps matter. Please like this video if you learned something. Share it with a friend who has no idea what a credit score is. And if you want to learn how I got rid of that $100,000 debt, check out this video and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.